We are joined now by Texas Congressman Brian Babin to talk about this bill, which permanently keeps Jocelyn's name attached to the reserve. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. I know this is so important to Jocelyn's family as well. Why is this important to you?
It's important to me so that we can not only memorialize Jocelyn, a little 12-year-old girl, brutally murdered by two allegedly, and I think the allegations are very sound, Tren de Aragua, Venezuelan members of this horrible gang. And we cannot allow her name to be forgotten. It has to be a legacy of what happens, not only the loss of this little girl, but also what happens. We have open borders where we have elected officials that have endangered the population of the entire United States of America with criminals, terrorists, people who are coming in by the millions, unvetted. And thank God for President Trump, who has fixed this problem within just days and weeks. And but we cannot forget Jocelyn's name, and I think it's very fitting that we have this bill. I've got a bill to memorialize her, and also to put this in code. In other words, make it in the law, so that a future Democrat president or anybody else that becomes president cannot reverse this renaming of the Jocelyn Nungaray National Wildlife Refuge.
And that's so important.
And I think this is very, very important. Yes, ma'am.
Yep, absolutely. And we are now joined by Jocelyn's mother, Alexis Nungaray. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, our heart goes out for you and what you've had to endure this past nearly year. Tell us what this refuge, renaming it, make sure that her name will not be forgotten. What does this mean to you and your family?
It means a whole, as almost wanting to be formed for the whole that we have in our hearts. Jocelyn was a full lover of animals and nature, and anything, to a little locust, to a snake, to a deer, to a street pigeon. She loved all animals. She wanted all animals to have something, to have a place to call home, and to have somewhere to be safe. And just knowing that this National Wildlife Refuge is exactly that. It's a home for these animals that travel miles and miles away. She would be ecstatic. She would really be jumping for joy.
And Alexis, I know that you joined the president on the campaign trail as he promised to close the border and make sure that no more families are shattered and falling victim to these horrific crimes at the hands of those who shouldn't be in this country to begin with. How do you feel the president is doing in keeping his promise?
I feel relieved. I feel like I wasn't being used. I never felt like I was used in the first place, but it feels good to know that we actually have an administration and a president who is keeping his word and keeping his promises and making things happen in just a matter of days. It's truly breathtaking. It's incredible. It's not really heard of. So the fact that he's made so much progress and the numbers have just dropped so much significantly, it's incredible. It reminds me that we made a right decision for this country.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.